3 days lost in rugged mountainous terrain with snow and wind at every turn. It's the story of survival in Montana. Hiking expert Matthew Rusevsky joins me now to talk a little bit more about the dangers when you go hiking, also a few safety tips for those of you who do have hiking trips planned. First of all, Matt, why do people go hiking? You say thousands of people go a year, right?
Oh, absolutely, many thousands. It's just beautiful out there. One might see on television how Glacier National Park, the other many, many national parks we have, how beautiful they are, and so we want to see that natural beauty firsthand.
Now, we have these guys, they were in danger for a couple of days. How can one prepare for such a trip? Even day hikers, let's say, should you, I guess, pack for weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks in case of a disaster like this?
Even when you go out for a simple day hike, you should be prepared to at least be overnight, because you never know if someone gets hurt, a storm comes in, you lose the trail. You should, scout motto, be prepared to be out there overnight and at least have a way to purify water and perhaps know how to get extra food and stay warm overnight. And then if you purify water, you can live a long time out there.
Now, we have a slew of items in front of us right here. Now, is this just prep for a day or a couple of days?
This would be if I am going either one night or many nights, just more of it, but at least one night. This is just, even a day hike, these are things one should bring along with them.
Now, what do you got? What do we have right here?
So, in case you're caught out overnight, over here we have things to keep yourself warm. Rain gear, hat, gloves. It gets pretty cold out overnight. A sleeping bag, a pad to stay off the ground.
I was wondering what that was.
Because the ground is very cold overnight, and so we need to stay warm, keep our warmth. Extra food. This is dried food that you can add warm water, and then it becomes a delicious meal. You're just going for a day hike, good idea to bring a flashlight or a headlamp, because you might not be out there at night, and a whistle to blow so you can, in case you get help, a lighter or some way to make a fire.
Now, we're running out of time really quickly, but I wanted to ask you, when you're at the Blue Ridge Mountains, what sort of problems do you encounter most from people who get lost or who need emergency help?
Folks get lost, they can fall into a ravine, twist an ankle, that kind of thing, and need help getting out.
All right, Matt, I appreciate it. Before we leave, what's your one advice, one more time, for the folks who have day trips, I guess, planned to go hiking?
Well, being most prepared is taking a wilderness first aid class. So if you go to the website solowfa.com, you can learn how to be able to care for yourself and someone else when you're out there.
All right, great advice. Thanks a lot, Matt. Appreciate it.
Keep watching for more video just after this short text written by WTVR CBS-6 in Richmond, Virginia. Dr. Jason Heiser of Richmond and his friend Dr. Neil Peckins of Northern Virginia both survived 3 days lost in mountainous terrain with snow up to 18 inches and low visibility. Hiking expert Matthew Rusevsky visits CBS-6 to talk about best practices to stay safe on hikes. He said that Peckins and Heiser did the right thing by registering with the rangers, which help identify what approximate location they were at in the backcountry. Also, each hiker had informed people when they were expected home. That way, the people who were expecting them knew to call for help when they didn't arrive home. Rusevsky emphasized that another good practice is texting or calling someone immediately when getting off the trail. That way, precious hours could be put towards a search. He also said to always have a way to signal for help, such as carrying bright items, using smoke and fire, a mirror or personal locator beacon. Rusevsky also emphasized to be prepared for whatever weather might arise. This would include multiple layers and extra rations. One of the most important things that someone can carry along, Rusevsky said, is a way to have unlimited purified water. He also discusses the logistics of a safe day hike in detail. Just click the video below to hear more.
So if you live in a rural area, or if you're just a day hiker, people don't think to have a wilderness first aid understanding because they're just going out for a day hike. But that is wilderness, and you can slip and fall, and do you know what to do if you badly hurt yourself? So that's what the wilderness first aid is for, as well as in cases of urban disaster, when you call for help and you're caught in a building of rubble because there was an enormous earthquake or huge hurricane that passed through and help's not coming, or they can't get to you. Same thing, this disaster and wilderness first aid course prepares one to care for oneself and one's loved ones.
How many people should go on these hiking trips? I mean, is 2 enough? Should it be 3, 4, 5?
The ideal number is 4 or more, because that way if one person gets hurt, one person stays with the hurt person, 2 people go out to get help.
Okay. Anything else you want to throw in there for our folks watching online?
Hope to see you March 23rd and 24th in my next Wilderness First Aid class in Richmond, sponsored by Blue Ridge Mountain Sports.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And thank you very much too, and be sure to check out Solo Wilderness Medical School online at www.soloschools.com, Blue Ridge Mountain Sports at brms.com, Outdoor Adventure Social Club at outdoorsocial.com, and WTVR CBS 6 News in Richmond, Virginia at WTVR.com.